Stop me when you want.
No. Merry Christmas and welcome to
Merry Christmas, Rio. Your dad's dead.
Rio. That is a nice good. Welcome to the Christmas special Shenmue edition.
The Shenmue special. Yes, we're talking about my favourite Christmas game ever, because I'll have my fun. And that's all that matters.
Yes.
No, Scott for some reason decided they wanted to talk about Shenmue for our
And I am
Christmas
Scott
podcast.
White, by the way, of BitSocket.
And I am Joe Merrick of BitSocket. Fucking Joe.
Fucking Joe.
Fucking Snow.
Fucking Snow. We're of course recording this on Christmas
Yeah,
Eve
of
or
course.
day, whatever the side puts up, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Yeah. So, Shenmue's one of my favourite games ever, and you also have played it.
I really like Shenmue.
So we thought,
I really
the
like
thing is, I avoid talking about it because it's such a big game. I don't know what to say about it or what to do about it. But we decided to do a special Shenmue podcast. So before we get kicked off with our usual features, with a Shenmue twist, of course, let's have a wee chat about the game itself.
Right, okay.
How much of Shenmue have you played?
I've completed Shenmue 1 and I didn't get to...
You got to. I think you just got to Kowloon.
Just got to Kowloon.
In Shenmue 2.
But I have, like, when you've played in the past, played, like, the great big fight up the skyscraper and fought the last boss. So I have done quite a bit. It's just some middle bits I've not done. I think it is a brilliant game.
For us, Yakuza is obviously one of our favourite series, but it wouldn't exist in its form that it is without Shenmue as a sort of building foundation for that. Shenmue, I play it every year at Christmas time, or I try to anyway, and it's such an incredible experience, even though it's incomplete, because I've not played a game where I felt more at home playing it. You know, the Rio's hometown of Yokosuka have these like, oh, Rio. You know, it's a lovely place. In Shenmue 2, you go to Hong Kong and Wanchai and Kowloon. They're all incredible environments that I love exploring, and you know, they're so detailed to the point where games nowadays, even GTA 5 isn't as detailed, I don't think, as far as your environment goes, as Shenmue is. But
It's the sense of a living, breathing place. It makes sense that people have... It's maybe one of the first games when you're aware that people had a routine. Yeah. So obviously, if you thought you could just follow an NPC around.
That's one of the things that they added in Shenmue 2 is that if you focused in on somebody, Ryo would automatically follow them, so you could follow somebody around their daily. Which is fascinating to put that into a game, especially when you consider. I mean, the Dreamcast was a reasonably powerful machine, but these were things that had never really seen in games. I mean, there'd been open world style games before, but this was the first one that it felt more like. This feels like a real design of a street. This feels like how a wee town would be laid out. Not just, right, how can we... Because a lot of driving games, for example, when they're open world, have to obviously think, right, there's going to be races around here, there's going to be chases. We need to think about the design of the roads to make sense for that. Yeah. Whereas this wasn't built that way. It was like, right, well, what would make sense? And that's what was brilliant about playing it. Yeah, no, I think it's just... It was one of those games that also has a real sense of... Even though the story is incomplete... The story itself feels so epic, but also intimate at the same time, because you don't really do much in Shenmue. Like, the first game is all about your dad dies, your dad gets killed, and to get revenge, you end up getting a boat ticket to Hong Kong.
Spoilers.
And that's pretty much it. Well, no, come on, that's pretty much it. You know, that's pretty much the entire plot. I mean, there's more to it, obviously, but that's all that happens in the first game, and yet. There's so much that I can think about, like, moment to moment in that game, like
feeding the cat tofu every single time.
Yeah, every time you start that.
A cat will eat tofu if you don't give it anything else.
So we decided to talk about this special game in the only way that we can, by taking the piss out of it with some BitSocket features. So it's time for one of our regular features. Is it canon? Shenmue edition.
What is it canon?
Is it canon is when we go through the long list of history on a video game series and we try and work out what's real and what isn't, because some things are so ridiculous they can't help but be real. So we're going to do Shenmue. I'm going to ask you 5 questions from the history of Shenmue. You have to tell me whether I've made it up or not.
Okay, I'm looking forward to this.
Ryo is known for his emotionless, almost robotic speaking patterns. And and is I see, and is often cold and dismissive of people without realising. For example, when Nozomi pulls out her feelings for our Rio, all he replies with is, and that's it. But this is not down to poor voice acting. Of the many flashbacks of Rio being trained by his strict father, one of them is of him being taught not to socialise or associate with anyone, unless they do karate. Is it canon?
No.
No, it's not.
Hey!
Okay. Rio secretly blames Fukusan. You know who Fukusan is?
Is that the...
Fukusan's the guy that lives in Rio's house.
Aye, that's the guy who was like lasted 2 seconds.
Yeah. He's like he was one of his dad's apprentices. But yeah.
Do you think he was going out with his dad?
Well, Rio secretly blames Fukusan for his father's death because he couldn't protect the dojo from Landy's men. This isn't evident unless you decide to spar with Fukusan each morning, where punching him in the face enough makes Rio say, "That was my father."
No, it can't be. No. Can't be.
Yeah, you're right. Of course,
but
of course,
the part of it was very tempting.
Okay. There is a supernatural element to Shenmue, but it is subtle. Which of these supernatural occurrences is not canon? Shenhua makes dandelions fly through a field using just her will. A flying sword, or Rio talks to a wolf.
Which one isn't?
Which one is not canon?
Flying sword.
Really? Okay,
Alright.
Rio talks to a wolf.
Really?
Really?
Well, mate,
the flying sword is real.
He talks to a cat.
That's the last thing you see at the end of.
No, he talks to a cat at one point.
No,
you didn't see the wolf talk back.
I meant engages in conversation.
Well, you didn't say that. You just said Rio talks. Look,
okay.
Here's me talking to the sofa.
I've carried you.
Alright, sofa, how's it going?
Okay.
So 2 out of 3.
Rio's trip to Hong Kong almost doesn't happen because his hard-earned ticket is A. Lost, B. Fake, or C. Eaten.
C. Eaten.
Oh, you got it right.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene then when Chai eats your ticket?
Yeah.
Okay, and question 5.
Oh, so I've got
You've 4 out of 3 or 4 so far. Question 5. Rio has killed a man.
Oh.
Is it canon?
Yeah, I'm gonna go canon.
Oh, you're right. He has.
Oh.
He doesn't kill anybody in the games, but there is a manga set between Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2 where Chai comes back on the boat between between Japan and Hong Kong, and Rio like punches him off the boat and leaves him to die. Well, that's the only the boat. That's the only possible thing that could happen to him because it's the middle of the open sea, nowhere near any land.
Wow.
And Rio punches him off the boat. He must die. So Rio has killed a man.
Blood on his hand.
There we go.
Do you think his son will come back and hunt down him?
I don't think Chai's had this sad.
That'd be good.
Honest. I don't think any woman would ever allow Chai to approach that.
That's the whole Yu Suzuki's whole idea was actually going to be a saga of people killing off someone's dad. That was it.
That was it. As the constant revenge.
40 games.
Yeah. There we go. You did well there. 4 out of 5. That's not
impressed.
bad. Yeah. The thing about the Shenmue canon is it's not that long because there's only 2 games and a couple of manga
it's a stubby
episodes.
canon.
But yeah. But hopefully one day it'll be longer.
If you get that pump that you ordered from the internet. Joe,
right,
let's get serious for a minute.
Okay.
We're going to talk about rumours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, there's no other game series ever
right
that's generated as much bullshit online
as
Shenmue.
Right.
So what I've done here, we have 5 Shen rumours, which might be genuine rumours that have been spread on the internet, or ones that I have created. A bit like
surely any old shite would be real. Like,
well, that's the thing.
The fact that you have said it makes it a rumour.
Yeah, but it's a rumour I've started.
Right. Okay.
So it's a bit like, is it canon but it's all lies?
Right. Okay.
It's a bit like, is it canon but none of them are canon?
I just don't get the distinction. Okay. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Number 1. It was rumoured last year that the HD versions of both games were going to go live at any time.
Well, that's true.
Any minute.
That's true. That's a rumour because I have been waiting.
That is true.
Along with Skies of Arcadia, of course.
In 2005, there was a leak about a draft of the story for the next game where you didn't actually play as Ryu, but actually as his son.
That's not real. No, that's not real. You made that one.
I made that.
Yeah,
that's correct. Although now it's out there.
Somebody's caught it.
3. Shenmue 3 will be a Wii U exclusive.
That was a rumour, I'm sure.
That is a rumour.
Yeah, that's a rumour.
That's a real. That's a genuine.
That's a genuine.
4. Yu Suzuki has the plot details of Shenmue 3 tattooed on his back, so he can have it wherever he is.
No, you made that up.
I did make that up. The shortest feature we've ever made.
That's like Prison Break, that.
Number 5. Shenmue 3 will be coming to iOS in January and will support microtransactions.
You made that up.
I did make that up. But the thing is, that was the one that I was like, that's probably most
I know,
likely to exist.
that's depressing though, if that. Imagine that happened. I don't know what I would do. See if Shenmue 3 existed, but then it turned out it was a free-to-play game with microtransactions and all that. I'd feel so sick.
See if they turned around and said, right, iPad Air 2 only. The newest iPad is the only way you can play Shenmue 3. Would you buy an iPad to play?
I mean, if it was a good game, I would buy it.
So what if it even was a free-to-play?
No.
Would you just say... But the story was all there. All the story was brilliant, but you could only play it for like an hour...
A day.
An hour a day, unless you paid... say £1.
Had enough gems, enough Shen gems.
Shen gems
to play the game.
Gemus.
Gemus.
Oh, I've got enough Gemus. Can level up.
I don't know. I probably would actually have to just do it.
What's your favourite Shenmue rumour?
My favourite Shenmue rumour? I like the idea, because there was one years ago that it was ready to go on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Like the game was ready, Shenmue 3 was pretty much done, and they were just waiting for it at the right time. And that, like, it sparked so much controversy, because there was a guy who, he ran a big site and all that, and he claimed that was the case, and obviously it was bullshit, but yeah.
There's so many of them, because it was like, at the same time, they'd released a big spate of Dreamcast HD, so like, they'd done Space Channel 5.
Yeah, Space Channel 5, Sonic Adventure,
Crazy Taxi.
Jesse Radio and all that.
They did Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
And they said, right, the next batch, Shenmue 1, 2, Skies of Arcadia.
But they should do that. They should totally do that, because it's...
I honestly don't understand why there's not been HD versions.
Yeah,
it's a bit like... I mean, I know, in fairness, we've been talking about why is Yakuza 5 not coming out. No, it finally is.
Yeah.
But Sega would make a lot of money.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is there licensing issues regarding voiceover work? Is there royalty fees they'd have to pay, things like that? That's the only thing I can think that's stopping them.
Yeah.
Or maybe they've just lost. Maybe there's no original copy. Maybe they'd have to copy it off a Dreamcast game or something. Maybe they binned them all. No, I mean, I hate Shenmue. You can't even mention it on Twitter, because then you get retweeted by 50 bots.
I know, fuck. I hate that.
Yu Suzuki,
that's the thing I hate most about Shenmue.
Yu Suzuki, I'll give you £20 to make Shenmue 3.
Give Yu Suzuki the Shenmue license and all that.
I give it to him.
What's he going to do with it? Like, what the fuck would he do with it?
What was the last kind of thing? Was it?
The last thing Yu Suzuki worked on was... I forget, it was...
Was that the Let's Tap?
No, that was Yuji Naka as well.
Really?
Yuji Naka's been making good games. Like
what's Yu Suzuki been doing?
Nothing. He's been doing nothing.
And then he earned this license.
I know.
Wouldn't it be fair to say
I think the last game he helped out proper game that he helped out with was Outrun 2. And that was years ago.
Wow.
I know.
What does he do? Does he just work in a shop? No.
I don't know what he does nowadays.
Just works in a bank.
He started an online game company. You know how many online games they released?
How many?
None.
It's probably for the best.
I know. Anyway, but thanks for depressing me with all these Shenmue rumours. Scott.
Yes, Joe?
What is the greatest moment in video games?
The greatest moment in video games? It's probably when that Yakuza boss flips a bull in Yakuza 3.
That is pretty good, actually. But the actual greatest moment in video games...
It's when Aerith gets killed by Sephiroth.
No, that's not. I mean, again, it's a good moment when Aerith gets killed, but no, it's not the greatest moment. The greatest moment...
Was it when Ghostface Killer knocked that guy's head clean off and Wu-Tang Clan takes the pain?
Remember, that's the Shenmue special. What's the greatest moment? Well, I'll tell you what the greatest moment in video games is.
Is it when Ezio from Assassin's Creed 2 killed the man and climbed the wall?
The greatest moment in video games, right?
Was it when Wayne Rooney kicked the ball in FIFA?
What?
Waved the flag. I've never been flag man the flag.
The greatest moment in video games.
Peter Molyneux when he released Goddess.
I can't even. In this Shenmue podcast, we're going to talk about the greatest moment in video games.
Hideo Kojima tweeted a picture of his lunch.
Picture the scene, right?
Okay.
A brave Ryo Hazuki has just saved Nozomi from the violent harbour hanging out, the gang that hangs out at the harbour, the Mad Angels. He saved Nozomi from their chilling leader, Terry. Because that was his name, Terry. Terry from the Mad Angels.
Terry.
So he's just saved Nozomi, and the two share a wonderful romantic motorbike ride home together.
Nice.
It's the greatest moment in all video games. Definitely the greatest cutscene ever. And it's great because of the song that plays in the background. I'm going to remind you of that song right now.
Okay.
I love this moment so much.
Is this the song you're going to play during your wedding?
So the song's in Japanese, as you can tell.
Oh, thank you.
You can hear the lyrics.
I can hear that, yeah.
Such a beautiful moment. Honestly, man, I'm getting chills listening to this song.
Is that what that is?
So that's how the song sounds.
Okay.
The two share a wonderful bike ride home together, and it's a beautiful moment. And us Shenmue fans talk about that moment because it's a high point.
Do you meet up with folk and talk about that?
Just on Twitter and all that, you know. That's how we do it.
Do you have a private Twitter account where you do that?
But the whole song isn't in Japanese.
Oh.
The chorus is in English.
Nice.
Still sung by a Japanese singer though. So your mission is to try and work out what the singer is singing in English.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
There's 6 lines, and we're going to give you 6 lines, and you've got to tell them. You've got to try and work out what they're saying. If you can get it close enough, there's a bit of leeway here.
Okay.
To get the point. Okay. So, line 1. I can play it again.
If we were the only people in the sun.
Do you want to listen again?
Alright, I think I've got it. The only other thing I could think it could be is, would you toilet paper the sun? How close was that? Pretty close?
The line was, if you will always be by my side.
That's pretty close.
No. You're not getting that. Right, so, line 1.
None of those ones were the right.
line 1's a no.
Okay.
Here's line 2.
There are no salon tears in my arms.
Oh! Let's listen once more just to see.
Okay.
Take a guess.
There is no sarong in tatters in my arms.
No. The line is, there is no sorrows or tears in my eyes.
That's pretty close.
No, you never got it. There's no sarongs in there. Right. That's 0 out of 2 so far. Here's line 3.
Oh fuck, no, play that again. I can't live without you.
Oh.
Let's go to the sun.
What's your obsession with the
Play
sun?
it one more time, one more. Live without you, right? Why do you have to decide?
Yes! You got one. Can't live without you. Why did you have to decide?
Fantastic.
There we go. That was like
Christmas, isn't
there
it?
There we go. 1 out of 3 so far. This is line 4 coming up. Doing well. Not really.
You won't be wearing my crazy blouse.
Would you like to listen once more?
Well, I think I've nailed it, but alright. It's hard to not hear that though, isn't it? You won't be something. I'm not sure. What was that?
You won't be aware of my pains and lies. So no, you didn't get that one. You
Crazy blouse.
1 out of 4 so far. Here's line 5, second last
See if
one.
I can bring this back.
Big note coming up. Didn't quite get it.
Don't leave me alone, stay with me.
Hey, don't leave me alone. Do you want to try and make the note? Stay with me.
That was so beautiful.
I love this song.
So there we go, 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5 so far. So this is the last one.
Can I make 50%?
Can you make 50%?
Probably not.
Here's number 6. You won't get this.
But I know you don't look back. I remember you forever.
It was something like, I will love you, then she said some bullshit. And then I'll remember you forever.
You can listen again.
Yeah, let's listen again. I love you. Don't let your back. I remember you forever. So some bullshit she said in the middle, but I got the rest of it right. So
Let's
see what she said.
I don't know if you'll ever look back.
Oh fuck no!
I'll always remember you forever.
All right, no, I even I don't think I deserve a point for that. And I'm the one who wants points.
So you get 2 out of 6.
2 out of 6
for Wish from Shenmue.
Wow.
My favourite video game moment.
Did Richard Jacques write that?
No, he didn't.
It wasn't enough rhyming.
That was released as a pop song in Japan.
How well did it do?
I don't know. There's a sax solo just after that bit.
Oh, I can probably tell you what that means.
I don't have it on my phone, but did you enjoy that?
I enjoyed that.
That was Wish from Shenmue. The greatest video game moment ever.
Is it as good?
For this special Christmas podcast, we decided to ask you, what are your worst video game Christmas memories?
This isn't really tied to Shenmue at all.
Not really, no. I think it's kind of tied to Shenmue, because in Shenmue, Ryo has a pretty bad Christmas because his dad's murdered.
That's a good point. Spoilers? You keep spoiling that.
It's the beginning of the game. It's the first thing that happens in the game.
Why does always listen to this?
First thing that happens in the game.
I don't know what happens
right?
in Shenmue. I don't know what happens.
First thing that happens to the game.
Fukusan
Fukusan gets chucked through the doors, Ryo gets in, watches his dad getting battered. Right?
At what point does he jump into the dragon mirror? Is there a dragon in it?
In the mirror. There's a dragon engraved in the mirror.
But is there a dragon in the mirror?
No. Well, with things we don't know. Because Shenmue 3's not out.
Is it like never ending story?
No. Well, I mean, I suppose it is because it's never ended. Your worst video game Christmas memories. We'll get Facebook first. Here's Harrison Hunt. Asked my parents for a GameCube. Got an N-Gauge.
Oh, but at least you could phone your mates on it.
At least you could talk in it sideways.
At least you could be like, phone your mates and be like, I'm running away from home.
At least you could play Sonic Advance in portrait. That's what it was. It was a portrait screen.
Like Tony Hawk.
In portrait. That's the thing. You could play Tomb Raider in portrait. It's got a widescreen. Aye, but it's the wrong way.
It's just like that's your qualified statement.
I remember once I was tempted to get an N-Gauge. It was sitting there in the glass cabinet at work for so long, and I was like, I might get that actually. And then months went by, and that same one was still there because Nikon bought it. So yeah. Oh God, Harrison, I feel so bad for you getting an N-Gauge instead of a GameCube.
That's quite a mistake to make, isn't it? That salesman really was top of the game.
No, your Wayne doesn't want a GameCube. He doesn't want to play all these beautiful games. He'd rather play PS1 re-releases and portrait.
Portrait. That was a self feature. It's like, you don't want any of that widescreen.
He'd rather have a machine you had to take it apart to change the game inside. To take the back off it and everything. Oh God.
The N-Gauge.
Okay, Phil Doyle. This, sweet Jesus. It's a picture of, you remember the Game Boy boosters? I did like a joystick and a light and a magnifying glass and all that. It made your Game Boy like twice the size.
They're brilliant.
Oh God.
Why would that be your worst memory? Swiss Army knife of video game accessories.
Gavin Aitken, waking up to a shiny UPS 2 and only having Red Faction to play. No.
Next gen wall destruction.
No. Lewis Parks getting a normal Xbox instead of a PS2. I was horrified. Normal Xbox, that's become the term we have to use to say, like, the first Xbox. Because you're like, the Xbox One. No.
Vintage Xbox.
Not the Xbox One, the first Xbox. Yeah. Normal Xbox, the vanilla Xbox.
So don't be wrong, I know there was some good games on that. Well, Jet Set Radio Future. But over a PS2, that's pretty unfortunate.
Andy McGregor, when I got a C64 for Christmas, and after waiting 20 minutes for the game to load, my mum switched the electricity off at the mains, thinking it would be funny. Looking back, it was quite funny, but at the time I was raging. Apparently she didn't realise the games took that long to load.
Oh.
That's a bit of a dick move there.
Funny, Mum.
Yeah. And Craig Wilson, Christmas 2001, 8 o'clock. I unwrap Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and fire it into my PS2. 10 o'clock. I remove Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and place it in the shelf, having smashed all the goals and levels and a sizable chunk of all the unlockables. Gave me equivalent of getting a bag of crisps and I wanted a turkey dinner. That's a bit of a... Tony Hawk's, it's an arcade game at heart, you know, it's like... Yeah. It's a short game, but... I don't know, I think you've got
I get that though, that idea that you've waited, you've asked for something, then when you actually play it you realise it's very short.
I remember I got my PS2 for Christmas and the game I got with it was fucking... It wasn't even Tony Hawk, it was Dave Mirra BMX2. Oh God, I was so happy when I finally did get Tony Hawk the next day on Boxing Day, but oh God, that was just... I
remember then though when you'd be happy to buy a Tony Hawk. If a Tony Hawk brought a game out, you'd be like,
oh get away from me, Tony.
It's important.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go to Twitter. So up first we've got Ben Syme getting Final Fantasy 7, playing it all day, coming down Boxing Day morning to find that his save file had corrupted. His full day was lost. He actually follows this up. He said he even got to the world map and had a chocobo. Oh God.
It's not a chocobo, it's a chocobo. Chocobo is like that little, the Japanese advert. You know when chocobo. You ever seen that?
See the blank look in my face.
Hey, well, we're going to watch this advert.
It's not called...
Fuck it, I'm going to load it up right now, okay?
So what are they called? Chocobos?
Chocobo, yeah,
Chocobo.
Not a chocobo. Chocobo makes something like chocolate.
Right, well, what's this advert after the podcast? Jesus. Jim the seasonal gift, opening a box, seeing black plastic, thinking I'd got a Master System, quickly realising it was a radio alarm clock.
Oh, that's bad.
But in the long run, more useful. Jim the seasonal gift also follows it up with dropped and smashed his brand new Game Gear on Boxing Day.
Oh,
I mean, the Game Gear had quite a lot of heft as well. I'm surprised it didn't go through the floor of your house. If you're on the top floor of a flat building,
velocity.
What's the only thing that you can drop from the top of the Empire State Building that will 100% kill someone? It is a Game Gear. It is a Game Gear. John Q. Everyman, opening a gift in front of my entire family and all eyes on me. It was Dead or Alive XBV. It's like extreme beach volleyball.
Oh, so it is. Oh God.
Then I had to explain the gift. Oh, there's no coming back from that.
No, there's not.
No, that's pretty bad. You're probably on a list after getting that for Christmas. Lucas got a PS1, asked for Spyro, but the only game I got was 102 Dalmatians, Puppies to the Rescue. Didn't get another game for months.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't even... What do you even do in 102 Dalmatians?
I mean, there is something genuinely... There's something like deeply depressing about the Christmas Day shit game. Because there's no shops open, so you can't get a new game right there to play. You've got to make the most of the game.
It's the modern equivalent of no batteries.
Aye.
Oh. You get a great toy, don't have any batteries. Or you get a great console, great game, no memory card.
That was me, Dreamcast. Got a Dreamcast, no memory card.
Same...
the amount of times I started Soul Reaver from the very beginning.
Each time, brilliant. Now, apologies in advance. Justeep Sahota, sorry. In 2001, Christmas 2001, in a game shop with my dad, had two choices: Devil May Cry,
good choice,
or Robot Wars.
Oh.
I chose wrong. See, no, Devil May Cry then.
This is funny because me and you actually played Robot Wars
the demo
last week for the first time in like 10 years or something. It's so bad.
I couldn't even figure out what was going on. By the time we figured out which one of the machines I was, I'd been flipped
destroyed,
over.
I like how I had the original commentator though from the show.
Oh, because he was so difficult to get. Probably.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good. Nicely.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when I was originally getting my PS1, and you got like, it was one of those ones like, you get a PS1 and 4 games, and so I picked like Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider, Tekken 3.
Oh, good games.
Oh, there was one other that's There was one that's escaping me right now. I'm sure I remember.
Was it Ninja Shadow of Darkness?
Well, I was going to say Ninja Shadow of Darkness was the fourth game, and it was dreadful. It was. I sometimes wonder, I wonder what the other games were. I wonder what the other games that I just didn't go for. I wonder if it must have only been 3 games, because I can't remember the first. Because I remember the reason I got a PlayStation was to play Discworld 2. That was my killer app.
That's a good choice, that.
It's no system seller. It was never designed to be a system seller, though, wasn't it? But yet. Stephen McClernand. Again, apologies. When I got my N64, it came with Mario 64, and as for GoldenEye on top of it, somehow I got Mischief Makers instead.
That's not bad. Mischief Makers is a good game.
I've no frame of reference for that.
Made by Treasure, Ikuruga boys.
Oh,
it's a good game.
Was it as good as GoldenEye?
No.
So if you ask for GoldenEye,
I would be that. Yeah, at this point. Okay, but it's a good game.
Saint Nicholas, Saint Nick.
Saint Nick.
I once got basically nothing except sports games for the Wii and PlayStation Move. All remain unopened. At least for the Wii, you think,
Wii
you
Sports
get
is
folk
good.
up.
All those sort of knockoff Wii Sports games that were rubbish.
PlayStation Move sport games, though, that awful aesthetic they had as well. I actually did have. I got PlayStation Move and PlayStation Sport. I get played once, and it went swiftly back on the shelf. I think I just binned them in the end. Actually, Rudolph Lundgren, having to complete the full King Kong movie video game for my stepbrother because he was too scared to play it. Christmas fucked. Remember when that game came out and because that was one of the early games on the 360.
Yeah.
Everyone talking about how great it looked.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. It looks like the movie.
No,
it's amazing looking. And you look back at it now and it's like, what? What is rubbish? Paul Curran actually asking for Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast.
But you know what?
It must have been a naughty boy, that, yeah.
I have fond memories of the day that I played the Christmas I got Sonic Adventure. And had to play it again and again and again because I didn't have a memory card, but I loved it at the time.
Did you enjoy rolling around at the speed of sound?
I did, although that wasn't until Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, was it Sonic Adventure 2?
Yeah.
I know there was that song.
You know, Barry's threatening to play that at my wedding.
That's the song I want to hear when you're going down there. Oh, you don't go down the aisle, do you?
I don't know.
I want Kim to go down the aisle to that so I can just see the look in her face. It's just the heat.
Here comes a rolling around at the speed of sound.
Wait, we singing "Here Comes the Bride." No one sings that at an actual wedding. Have you ever heard anyone at a wedding sing "Here Comes the Bride"? Who does it? Is that the announcer? You can have someone to announce people as they come in.
Here comes the bride, rolling around at the speed of sound.
That's a good idea, actually. Ben Bowers watching my brother-in-law play Mario and Sonic Olympics with his mother. Well, Mario
It's almost a dangerous mistake.
Right, let's
get somebody's wife mixed up for their mum.
Let's try that again. Ben Bowers watching my brother-in-law play Mario and Sonic Olympics with his mother while Mario Galaxy lay unopened next to it. What a dick.
Oh, that must be enraging.
Well, Mario Galaxy didn't really have multiplayer though. All you could do, the second player could fire.
Yeah, but still,
stars.
Man, you've got one of the greatest games ever made.
I know, but family Christmas time is a time for multiplayer, no matter how bad the
even
Wii
Sports, just play Wii Sports.
Right, exactly.
Play Wii Sports.
Then we've got, apologies, Jared Fitzmaurice. Sorry. My sister bought 2 games for my cousin and I. He got Time Splitters 2. Good game.
Good game, yeah.
He got Alias. Jared got Alias. Remember Alias?
I don't remember the game because it was bad.
I remember the front cover. Is it not just her with red hair?
I don't know. Yeah, I just
on the front cover.
Yeah.
Never really appealed to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is one of those games that, like, the PS2 for all its great stuff was a console that I think must have been quite easy to make games for because everything had a game. There was a Sopranos game.
Games based on films are bad enough, but games based on TV shows,
Sopranos had a game.
Yeah.
24 had a game.
Yeah. Although I'm tempted to play 24 because I like this show so much.
You ever play the Dad's Army game? That's pretty good. Dad's Army game, Open All Hours game, Are You Being Served game.
I fucking love an Open All Hours game.
That'd be pretty good, actually.
Father Ted.
Father Ted game would be quite good.
Yeah.
What other TV shows deserve games? Coronation Street, the game. In fact, there's already like point and click adventure games.
A murder.
Watchdog the game.
Watchdog the game. Short Change.
Oh yeah.
Grange Hill.
Grange Hill.
It's a bit like Bully.
This is very off topic. See, Reboot's coming back.
Reboot.
Remember
really?
Reboot?
Is it getting
from
rebooted?
ITV?
Is it getting rebooted or is it a new series?
I don't know. So Joe, worst Christmas.
I think the Dave Mirra BMX, the PS2. But as far as video games go, yeah. There's also the year that I asked for the Getaway.
You love the Getaway.
I did love it. I convinced myself it was amazing. I convinced myself it was better than Vice City at the time. Don't know why.
Wow, that must have been some pretty strong.
What about you?
For me,
was it the PS1 bundle? But you got some good games with that.
I know I got good games. No, it would probably be some much earlier memory. Going back to, and it's not a bad memory. I got my SNES. I know where this is going. Got the beautiful SNES, which came with Super Mario All Stars. Yeah. Loaded up Super Mario World, and then proceeded to watch my mum complete it. My mum got further. As a child, my mum got further in that game than I ever did. The only reason I got to like the second world was because my mum had completed the boss, and it wasn't until I got the game for the Game Boy Advance that I actually completed it. Yeah. And by then, of course, I completed it backwards and front, got every single thing you could get. But at the time, it was like, I just felt embarrassed. I just felt like, not because it was like my mum, but just because I felt inadequate as like a 6-year-old boy, or whatever age I was when that came out. Getting schooled by my mum. We should do that with my Lego as well though. If I got a big Lego kit, my mum would be the one opening it and starting building it before I'd even looked at it. She was like, "Oh, you got a barcode truck, let's build it."
My dad was a bit like that sometimes actually with the Lego.
I remember once finding out that my dad and his mate had been playing with my Action Man.
Oh no!
So I had like an Action Man.
Action Man.
I had an Action Man you could set up with like
his clothes off,
a zip line.
See what colour pants he's got on.
Take his clothes off.
Oh, it's a green pant.
Licking him. I had an Action Man you could have like a zip line set up, and my parents never set the zip line up. And one time I came down and the zip line was up, and I was like, "What are we doing?" It's like, "Oh well," and my dad was looking a bit sheepish, like, "Oh, me and my friend, me and my pal set up, we're playing with it."
Do you know what my earliest Christmas memory is actually? Now I think about it, it just sprung into me there. Like,
oh, really?
I think it was either when I was 3. I was either 2 or 3. I think probably 3. And I came downstairs and I had a Thomas Tank Engine train set, but they'd already built it, so it was already moving when I came down. That's my. There we go. A Christmas memory has just sprung into my.
What a beautiful Christmas podcast this has been.
I know. It's a Christmas miracle.
Were you annoyed they'd built it already?
No, because I was amazed at just Thomas Tank. I was obsessed with Thomas Tank Engine when I was wee, so I could identify with the fat controller.
Nice. So there we go.
That has been the BitSocket Christmas Shenmue special podcast. Although there wasn't really that much Shenmue in it really at the end.
Well, we did.
Yeah, we had a feature. We hope you enjoyed it, and we also hope you've enjoyed our year of BitSocket podcasts and bits videos, even though we didn't do as many videos as we used to. We're going to do a lot more videos next year. We're going to continue doing the podcast.
Joe, why are you crossing your fingers?
No, but I mean, it's nice to see that people have enjoyed the podcast, because we wanted to do something a wee bit different and fill it with loads of fun wee things. So,
yeah. From next year we won't do that.
No, it'll just be what games you've been playing, what games are coming out, what
games are coming out,
what's the news this week.
We're going to have updates on ethics and journalism.
Yeah, of course. We're both going to buy fedoras.
I was going to say we're going to call this Bit Fedora.
Fedora socket.
Oh, put that fedora right there. Hasn't the government banned those videos? Remember, you can subscribe to our podcast on iTunes,
or you can just listen to it on our website, bit-socket.com, using the RSS feed.
Feel free to give us a wee rating if you do subscribe through iTunes.
We would love that. You can watch our videos, youtube.com/bitsocket.
You can tweet at us
at bitsocket.
You can follow us on Facebook
/bitsocket.
And you can, some nights when it's dark and you feel you're alone in the flat or in your house, and you've been listening to the BitSocket podcast, having a good wee laugh, but it's finished. It's finished now, so you've had to turn it off, and you're kind of just doing the wee bits and bobs you do before you go to bed. Sometimes make sure the dishes are put away and the front door's locked. But what's that sound upstairs? No, it's just the house rest. It's just the floorboards. It's the floorboards resting. But it's a bit louder, I think it would be. I'm just going to go upstairs. I'm just going to check out. And when you do, there's an umbrella you keep by the front door. And you feel silly about it, but you pick it up. You take it with you, because you think, well, what if someone is there? And you go up the stairs. And you can hear sounds like creaking in your bed. Like the springs are going up and down, like. You're like, what's that? Must be the cat jumping in the bed. Must be the cat. But then you're like, we don't have a cat. So you kind of go and you're holding the umbrella tighter now, much tighter. And you get to the door and the springs are going faster and faster. And you open the door. Keep BitSocking. And have a Merry Christmas.
What happens next?
Find out in 2015. Optional DLC. If you buy the season pass, you'll find out more. What's that advertising though?
Chocobo. It's a chocolate ball. Chocobar.
Alright, okay.
Chocobar.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll put it away.
Yes, you should put that away. Yes, you should put that away. Yes, you should put that away. Yes, you should put that away. Yes, you should put that away.